forget the moment when I read those 5 words on that little piece of paper. I couldn't believe it. My eyes widened. My hands started to shake. This was it. This was the answer to all of my problems. Written on that little piece of paper could be the answer to all of yours. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and friends, have you ever felt lost? When I was 24 years old, I was lost. I just graduated from my master's program, and I was already working at a job that I didn't like. I broke up with my girlfriend of 5 years. I was sad, unhappy, and I didn't know what to do with my life. I was too scared to look for a new job because I thought no one would want me. And I was too scared to look for a new girlfriend because I thought no one would love me. And one day I decided I need to snap out of this depression. And there's no better way to cheer me up than to go to my favorite Chinese restaurant, Panda Express. And as I was eating my meal, all these negative thoughts and questions started stewing in my head. What am I doing with my life? Is this what I worked so hard for? What do I do now? I finished my meal and opened my fortune cookie. On it were those 5 words that changed my life forever. It said, "You already know the answer." You already know the answer. I thought about it for a second. And just like that, 1,000 ideas of how I can make my life better popped into my head. I knew what to do now. I was no longer lost. You see, deep down inside of all of us is a little voice called your conscience. And there are times when your conscience tells you what you need to do. Close your eyes. Think of the biggest problem that you have right now. And think of a solution that you can make to fix that problem. And don't worry if it's unrealistic. Just think of what you could do if you couldn't fail. How happy would you be if you overcame this hurdle? Open your eyes. Did you think of an answer?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
The fact is, you already know the answer. You just have to listen to your heart and not let fear get in your way. Brian Tracy, a great speaker, said, "Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear." Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. My biggest fear used to be talking to strangers. And a few years ago, my friends were at a party, and they said, "Hey, Sean, come here. I dare you to do something. I dare you to ask out that girl over there." She was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. Oh, I started sweating. I froze. I was terrified. She doesn't want me. She wants someone taller, someone more muscular, someone cooler. I was coming up with excuses not to talk to her. And my friend said, "Sean, you have to try. Otherwise, you'll regret this for the rest of your life." Oh, I hemmed and I hawed. Okay, just give me a second. 3, 2, 1. She was gone. I missed my opportunity because I was too scared. And later that night, I saw her again with another man, shorter, less muscular than me. Does that sound familiar to you? How many times have you ever turned down a promotion or a new opportunity because you thought you weren't qualified enough because you were inexperienced, only to see that the other person who got the job was even less qualified and even less experienced than you? And the only difference between you two, between me and the other man, is the fact that they didn't let their fears get in their way. The greatest fear that we have as humans is the unknown. We'd rather be content with where we are than take a risk and then potentially failing. Taking a risk feels like taking a huge leap over a large, dark chasm. You don't know how wide and you don't know how deep it is. But if you can ignore that fear, break through your mental barrier and just... you'll be surprised how often you land on your 2 feet. The cookie didn't tell me anything that I didn't already know, but it reminded me of the strength that I have and that we all have within ourselves. What's your next step? Listen to your heart, because you already know the
Answer.
Yes.